a very good morning to all of you guys. This is another session on the Salesforce Einstein. Salesforce Einstein. Last week we had a session on, as I mentioned, last week we had a session on Salesforce Einstein Analytics, and today we are going to have a session on Salesforce Einstein AI. Okay guys, so this would be our agenda for today's session. So we have started with a welcome keynote, and then Saagar is in the session. So definitely he would take us through the Einstein AI part, and after that, we'll have the question and answer session. So just stay focused, and whatever the questions you have, just note it down from the sessions. And so as I mentioned, be handy with the pen and paper, so that you won't miss anything. Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Saagar Kinja, Einstein Champion. He's the creator of Talent Central. So those who might know or doesn't know about Talent Central, in this session you will be knowing about it. And he's a J2S mentor. He's recently onboarded as New Delhi Developer Group leader, and he is a technology lead. He's everything, guys. And you can also follow him at the rate of Saagar_Kinja. He's more than everything. He's a good mentor. He's a good listener, and he's a good advisor. If you have any doubts, or if you have anything related to Einstein or anything related to Salesforce, feel free to ping Saagar, because he's the good human being I have ever seen, and he's a good mentor to me. And every time if I am low, the person who I approach is the Saagar. So I call him, and I always have a good chat and a conversation with him. He pulls me down, and he pushed me every time. So here is the Saagar for him, and here you go, Saagar. The session is all yours.
Well, thank you so much, Sesha, for giving the introduction, and really appreciate all the kind words which you have shared to me. And big congratulations to Kaleem. This is this is really a big responsibility. So as I hear, right, you are in mid of your college. So hopefully, with all the best wishes, you nail the next years and do contribute into the community and take it to the next level. Okay, guys. So let me stop the video so that there should not be any network issues, and share my screen. So do let me know once you can see my screen.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, we can share you. We can see your screen. No? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Suresh, for the confirmation. So, warm welcome to everyone again. I hope each one of you and your family is safe and healthy. These days are tough, right? Tougher the days are, tougher should be our hope, our will, right? A sun ray in the darker time is the hope, is the joy of everything. So the real joy you can actually enjoy is this moment, right? Which is what we are having. With that being said, let's get started. My introduction is already done, but I just would like to reiterate it. Guys, my name is Saagar Kinja. I'm currently working as a project lead cum senior consultant in HCL Technologies. I am the one of the Einstein Champion in the inaugural Salesforce Einstein Champion cohort, and I'm a PD2 PD1 certified. I recently we started this initiative called Talent Central. This is an amazing platform which I will be sharing to all of you if you guys are not aware in the end of our session today. I am a J2S mentor. So J2S is a very unique platform by Salesforce to the people who are already working in other technology and they want to migrate into Salesforce. J2S is something that you should get started with, and it is really amazing. So I've been connected with it, and really connecting with the people who are actually struggling in other technologies, not actually struggling but doing actually great, but they want to move to another role, and they really like Salesforce, and that's what they are doing. A brief about J2S, guys. I recently become the developer Delhi Developer Group leader. And it's again, guys, any role comes with a big responsibility, and I'm really happy to and proud to become one. Thanks to Atul and the entire developer group team of Delhi. These guys are really amazing, right? It's like when you see someone contributing into the community without any, self-interest, right? Means like, no, self-interest is there, but, any selfishness, but it's like a selflessness. And that's what makes a big difference, because you're not getting anything out of it, in terms of money, in terms of something which will really help you, right? But financially, but right, it's more of a, what you actually wanted to do. We always have this belief that uh, you know sh- whenever we are going through any to any area, even we are crossing any red light, right, crossing, we see people out there, and we want to make a difference, we want to help them, and we always want to help them, right? I always felt that whenever I go to my office, I see out of my car window, and then I realize that, there are something, there is a lot to be differentiate, can be made a difference, can be helped, right? And that's what I always wanted to do. But due to our day-to-day life, due to our the social economic pressure we are having, right, I don't know how to describe it, but we are not able to do so, right? We are not away straight away do the direct impact. And through Salesforce community, I was able to realize that this is a noble way to actually make a difference, right? There is a huge different stages where you can make a difference, and serving in the community is one of a way, and I'm really proud of. And I do really appreciate all of the one who are contributing. And I really would like to urge whomsoever who's trying to be into the Salesforce ecosystem from a professional career point of view should actually join and do contribute into the community. This is really tremendous, guys. The feeling which you will get is really mind blowing. Okay, so here are my social. I would really like you guys to connect with you, and you will get the latest insights about Salesforce Einstein through my post, through my LinkedIn tweet. So if you're missing one, I think I should be one on your list to be connected with to get the updates regarding that. Okay, so let's go ahead and understand the agenda for today's. Okay, yeah. So we have a lot of things to discuss today, right? Um, so we'll be starting with the basic introduction to Salesforce Einstein platform. Post, we will be exploring a lot of cool features from Einstein for sales, Einstein for services, Einstein for marketing, Einstein for commerce. And then we will be going for the Einstein for admins and the Einstein for developers. And I think the lineup is huge. So if we are not able to get some time to answer your questions, then probably we can share a link to you, and you can post your questions to the link, or you can directly share through our channels, through Sesha, Suresh, and the Vijayawada group as well. Okay, now Salesforce Einstein artificial intelligence. Let's try to understand the anatomy of it. Salesforce, a powerful cloud platform which has our trust, right? And that's why we are here. Albert Einstein, one of the most renowned, um, greatest of all scientists minds ever existed, who made simplest of things out of the complex or complicated concepts, right? With human build intelligence as one place, everyone data scientist available exclusively for each one of us. So Salesforce Einstein is nothing but everyone's data scientist, which is exclusively available for you, right? And that's all about the Salesforce Einstein in artificial intelligence. You will find Salesforce um, Einstein artificial intelligence everywhere in every module. I receive a lot of queries with respect to the Salesforce Einstein Analytics, but I do redirect to the another, the other Einstein Analytics champions. Why I redirect? Because I'm not a domain expert of the Einstein Analytics. What I'm into is the Salesforce Einstein AI, because both are different terms. This is something which we will be clearing out in through this course of time which we are having. Um, So I won't be focusing on the key concepts of data, the unstructured data, the structured data, how the computation happens, how the algorithms are run, right? How machine learning uses these data, how deep learning, what are the concepts of deep learning. I won't be investing that much time. Let's just start digging into the Einstein, because Einstein is already taking care of all these things. So you don't have to worry about writing those big scripts, designing those algorithms, or deciding which one to use, right? That's also a hideous job, to decide which one should be used if you are going for an existing one and which one to be trusted. So Einstein is there, and you just have to forget about whatever backend things which might occur. Let's just focus on our data, what we have to feed in, and get the insights out of it. That's all about Salesforce Einstein platform. It sits everywhere. So there are out of the box features, out of the box AI features for the business users, which are readily available. So what you have to do is, if you are working in an organization and then you want to go with it, right? You have to call up Salesforce help desk and then ask them to give you that. That's it. And if you guys are developer and you want to do some hands-on on top of it before getting started, this is the right place. I will be showing you how exactly you can configure one by one, and then once it is configured, how you can actually use it and what exactly you need to get the best insights out of it. And Einstein features are available on Einstein Sales, Service, Marketing, Commerce, all the clouds across, even Pardot, right? That's what we can include in Einstein for marketing. There are point and click AI, AI tools for admins, like the voice assistant recently rolled back, but I still kept it here because you can go ahead and try it out. It's there. NBA, I think NBA, Einstein Bots, Discovery, Prediction Builder are really one of the famous Einstein tools, which are uh, more aggressively used by the admins and everyone to get hands-on, because you can just go and straight away add have your trailhead account, a developer org, or and then you can get a hands-on on top of it. And then we have AI services for developers. So for an example, you have Einstein Vision, Einstein Language, and Einstein Prediction Services. Einstein Prediction Services, you can call it as a part of Einstein Analytics. Einstein Visions and Einstein Language, you can call them as a pure developer tools, right? But I still kept it here as an into the developer tools. Um, Now that's all about the Salesforce Einstein platform. It sits everywhere. It's not restricted to the Einstein Analytics. It's totally different. AI at every module is what Salesforce Einstein platform is all about. Now, question comes in our mind, right? How many tools, how many features are there in Salesforce Einstein platform? I would suggest Chinna to please raise a poll with respect to this question. Let's see what audience think, that how many Salesforce Einstein features are available. Let's see from the audience. The number is huge. So due to the huge lineup, we won't be able to explore each and every feature of the Einstein in this limited period of time. So what we will be doing, we will be exploring one by one, seeing just one or two examples from the each module. And if you guys have any questions and you would like to start your AI journey after this call, please feel free to connect and raise your questions, share it across, and then we can connect and then resolve all of them. Let's just target Einstein for sales first. Now, we all know a typical sales cycle, right? And how important Einstein lead scoring is. Einstein lead scoring is, is basically one of the easiest tool which you can actually configure into your environment. You just have to go to Trailhead, sign up into a developer org. There is a special developer org which comes with a Salesforce cloud, a Sales Cloud Einstein permission set. Once you assign the permission set, it's all yours. So Einstein lead scoring is first, and one of the most famous is in the entire Einstein portfolio. I've heard about it a lot, and it's most easiest to configure. Even Einstein lead scoring actually prioritizes the leads that are more likely to convert. And as the screenshot says, that it gives you even the top positives and top negatives, the key factors which are actually affecting the scoring model, right? And that's what you can see. So let's go ahead and see how exactly it is, how exactly the um, lead scoring can be configured. So what I will do is I will just go ahead and go to my developer account. I created this developer account through a sign up link, which as I said before, it is specifically for the Sales Cloud Einstein permission set. So you can see that Einstein scoring is already set here, right? And the screenshot which I showed you is exactly the same, which is configured in here. Um, that's it. And you can click on send email and send an email straight away. Or let's see how it is actually configured. I will go to the setup, and based on my internet, it will load. I will click on assisted setup, and there it is. You can see there is a assisted setup is a is a part under Einstein Sales, and you can see a lot of features are available, and these are all features which are a part of Salesforce Sales Cloud, Einstein Sales Cloud features, you can call, right? That's what Einstein opportunity scoring and our one lead scoring is available. So as soon as you sign up, right, you have to assign the permission set. You just have to go to the permission set. You have to select the Sales Cloud Einstein permission set here, which I've already done. So you just have to assign the permission set here, and you can just click on this, right? And you can manage the assignment. As soon as you assign it, you will be seeing that all well. Assigning is done, right? And then you can actually go ahead and set up this Einstein lead scoring. Once you enable it and you set up it, uh, you will be seeing those screens. Pretty easy, right? And that's what ready to use tools are all about. Now, to get the right set of, or you can call it a better lead score, what you need in your org is you need more than 1,000 lead records, out of which at least 120 should be converted leads in the last 6 months, and that's very important, right? So I've divided whole all the each one of these features into two categories: what will I get and what I need, right? And what I need is all about in what I need to set up into my org. It doesn't mean that what permission set or what licenses you need, that's a total different part of the picture. If I comment it today, they are subject to change tomorrow, right? So make all your decision based on the statement available with Salesforce, based on your communication with the sales team. Nothing here is I'm saying about the exactly about the costing and all. I didn't wanted to raise this point, but I think this is really important. Okay, so you need a Sales Cloud Einstein permission set, and for that you can make a call to your if you are working in an org and you want to enable into your production org or your company's org, you have to do it through that way. Or you can if you want to get a hands-on, you have to go to the Trailhead and register for a specific org, and then you will get it. Get it. Now let's go for the second tool, second feature, right? That is, I think, is one of the most important of the whole list of the Einstein features. That is opportunity scoring. Opportunity sits in the heart of sales cycle, right? To predict opportunities that are more likely to be won, Einstein analyzes yours and your team's closed opportunities. So your closed opportunity should include the won and the lost opportunities to build a strong scoring model. So not just yours, but your team's opportunities will also be a part of this model as you enable. As I showed you, right, the list will be available there. You just have to set up it, and with one click, it will be automatically start and running. And as soon as it runs, um, it first takes couple of time, couple of minutes or hours, based on even it is mentioned like 6 to 8 hours. So it will take some time to analyze your existing data, and then it will give you a scoring model on your opportunities, right? And it will learn not just from your opportunities or your team's opportunities. It will actually learn from the custom fields as well as the opportunity history or the opportunity activities. So not or, but and the opportunity activities. It will also learn from the related account and the related product, quote, price, book details. So guys, think about it that every attribute matters. Every relationship matters. Every factor which can impact the opportunity closure rate, or you can call it Einstein scoring, it matters. And that's what Einstein scoring automatically does. And that's why I call it is one of the really important, because it is tremendous how it can analyze the existing data. That's what we have been capturing from past couple of years while using Salesforce. And then it can actually it can actually straight away use it without even without even much clicks. You just have to assign the permission set and click on enable. That's it, it's done. Now it's not for the person accounts. So that's a common question which we all hear, right? So if you have that one, you can actually raise it. You can try to use the prediction builder, which we'll be discussing later. Okay, so as I said that we'll be covering a lot of different features of Einstein for sales. Einstein Opportunity Insights is actually one of the key um, Einstein feature which makes a huge difference. So what it does is, in order to get the relevant update about your opportunities, so you can win more deals. Opportunity insights, this includes not just the opportunities details, like what is the likelihood to win that one. It will actually give you the reminders, what to do, what are the follow-up things you have to do, or the deal predictions, or the follow-up reminders. You can call it the key moments, what exactly is important to to see that this opportunity closure rate goes high. That is what you can calculate from the opportunity scoring. And this is really um, I think important. Both of the features are plays a prominent role when you are actually seeing your opportunity going here, ups and downs, and you have a lot of data, and you can actually use that data to get the right actions decided out of this opportunity. Okay, so what I need to do this, you need more than 20 closed won opportunities within last 6 months. This is really important. As I said, what I need is very important, and with the median lifespan of more than 7 days within last 6 months. So more of a focused on the last 6 months. Whenever you see upcoming slides, it's more focused on the last 6 months. Now let's go ahead and see the next tool. So Einstein coaching. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about this one, but this is one of the latest, the newest feature out there in the Einstein for Sales list. You won't be able to use it straight away into your developer org. It comes with a high velocity sales um, permission set license, right? So you cannot you cannot be going and assuming that you can actually use it straight away. But you can actually call your from a developer point of view. But if you want to uh, give a call to your sales guy and then ask them that you want this to be enabled into your org, and you want to do a POC around it, I think you can get a hands on this tools as well. So the objective in sales is always to get the high performance sales team. if my sales team is performing really high, then I will be maximizing my profits, right? So Einstein Call Coaching is all about conversational AI intelligence. So, for an example, if you are talking to your customer and how many times you are talking to your customer by using a specific keyword, um, that can be a custom keyword, right? For an example, if you're selling an apple and how many times in that discussion you're talking about watermelon, right? At what point of time, at what point of exact moment, right? And how many times you are iterating on that specific specific keyword. That is what you can get from this one, right? So um, watermelon can be captured if you are using 5 times, 6 times. This is what straight away you can get from your Einstein call coaching feature. So what it helps, right? I think if you are able to capture, that this guy is using watermelon and I'm selling apple, so he's using 8 times watermelon, instead he should be using apple 4 times, or more than 8 times. He's focusing on something else, right? That is what the whole 28 or 30 or 6 or 60 minutes of whole discussion, you do not have to listen. You can just get the key words from the whole call, and manager can review the moment of success and areas of improvement, and they can actually talk to the team and then tailor them and give them a personalized coaching. And this is what Einstein call coaching is all about. This is really powerful. I didn't get a hands-on on this as of now. So what you need a lightning dialer. I'm not sure how many of you have actually used it, but tool. I newly, just few days back, I got a hands-on on the lightning dialer. Not from a developer point of view, means like from a community point of view, but actually from a project point of view. And if you have other CTA partners, you can actually, that is also helpful. Now, those are the 4 features of Einstein for sales, which actually makes my sales really, really powerful, and the performance is going high. But what about the Einstein for service, right? Means, what if managing my client after the product is sold is really tough? Then Einstein is here to help you. Now, the first and the most, most aggressively used thing after, after selling a product is managing it and getting the case generated out of it, right? Um, Giving the services. Now, how do we get the services out of it? If our customer is happy or not happy, or they are facing any challenges, we have to make sure that the CSAT should always go high. It should never go low, right? And that's what can be decided by the key KPIs, like how much time is it taking to close the case which has been raised by the team. What is the priority of it? And these are all coming as an really painful and really time-taking process for a service agent, right? So for an example, if a service agent receives 50 or 60 cases a day, right, it will be really um, hefty for him, really painful for him to analyze each and every case, understand its subject and the description, because most of the time we all know, it's more of a the unstructured data which is available into the description. So they have to analyze it, understand it, and then they have to um, mark it into a different categories. They have to set different priorities of it, right? And that is where Einstein case classification makes a big difference. Now, what I need for this, you need at least more than 1,000 case records in last 6 months, and this should include your subject and description values. If you have the data, the prediction will be best, right? And trust me, the biggest problem nowadays is human being biased. That has always been the case. So let the machine understand it. from the data itself. Now, how to use Einstein case classification? Well, the thing is, you guys can go ahead and straight away use it. What you have to do is you have to go to your org, right? And you just have to search case classification, and there it is. It is there available into service cloud Einstein, and the case class Einstein case classification. As soon as you enable it, right, you will be having available models. And once you have the available models, what you can do is you can actually create different keywords, and based on that you can first of all, you going for the keywords. Before that, you have to prepare your data. So whatever data you have to prepare your data, and then you have to enable the Einstein case classification. You have to customize those predictive models, that is again based on your keywords, and then you have to customize the prediction settings. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, I think something else opened on my screen. Okay, yeah. So we cannot directly use it as of now. That is the reason I just showed you how to enable it, but we cannot directly use it, right? And you can go ahead and try to enable it, and then you can follow, because as you can see in my org, it shows you that you are using, you have to ready to upgrade, right? And that is what the problem is. This is again, Einstein case classification is a new feature which is available recently. So I've targeted a lot of features which are available recently, not the older ones which you might have already heard about it. So you won't see NBA into the action here. Okay, so the next feature which we have is the Einstein Bots. Now we have a customer who's already engaged with me. He is registered into my portal, whether it is an online shopping portal, or it is kind of an uh, and community portal where they are actually having some queries with respect to that, or it can be any means through which a user is communicating to me to get services out of it, right? So there can be some not some, but there can be a lot of issues which a customer is facing, which can be resolved um, within a fraction of second. Means you just have to give them a link, and then they click on the link, and they go into the password reset screen automatically. And a lot of customers don't spend time in reading those big FAQ articles, so they just straight away want someone to help them with those links, those specific items, right? And that's where the number of cases coming into a typical system goes high. There are a lot of surveys happening where it was given that more than around 90% of cases in an org were related to the password reset. So you guys can think of that, if these minor issues can be actually taken care by the bot, by a feature which is built on AI, which actually takes care of the natural language processing, and you can enable those features by simple point and click. Einstein Bot is an admin tool. Isn't it cool, right? And Einstein Bots have been here in the ecosystem for way long. It's been years. Einstein Bots are there, and there are a lot of amazing articles on how you can configure, how you can get the best of insights, how you can train your bot that it can take care of a lot of different NLP issues and cases, right? And that is what Einstein Bots are all about. They are really powerful to answer custom common questions, and increase, I think I missed a I there, IN, right? Increase this customer satisfaction. That is what CSAT is. Now, what I need is, for this, you need a messaging channel, of course, and you need more than 150 utterances per intent for model training. And that is really important. Again, now, those who have not started with Einstein Bots, here is pretty straightforward how you can start with it. You just have to go to your setup. You just have to write Einstein Bots. Oh my God, that was really slip of my tongue. So you can just go ahead and enable the Einstein bots. You can understand the bot dialogues, how you can design it, and there are a lot of different articles also. Beginner bot recipes if you want to. If you're just getting introduced to it, as soon as you enable it, right, it will. Um, you have to create a bot. You have to click on new, and there it is. Yep. You just have to give a Einstein bot a name. Let's go ahead and give a name of test, right? What better than test? And create messages and test. How dumb of me. Well, I'm not an admin, so I'm a developer. So I think God won't punish me. Okay. Now I think he will punish me, but still not, right? And you just have to create, right? That's it. All done. Your bot is ready, and it will take some time, and then you can get started with your bot. See, within some point of click, you actually created your own Einstein Service Cloud bot, right? Now that is the second feature of Einstein for Sales, how you can create it. And I won't go and dig in on the Einstein bot because there are already amazing details out there, and we have a limited time. Let's go ahead and go for the next feature. Now here we are for the Einstein for marketing. A lot of people who are already familiar with Einstein for marketing. So Einstein engagement scoring, it actually score every customer's likelihood to engage with your emails or convert to web. What you need for this is you need more than 90 days of the conversational data. Now, we all know, just giving an example of this, we all know that you can track that if someone is opening your email or not, right? Now, what is the likelihood of someone that will open your email or not? What is the likelihood that this guy who clicked on your link will RSVP or not, right? Isn't it cool? And that is really powerful and really commendable feature, which is out there as an Einstein engagement scoring, right? So here you can see that there are, you get a whole dashboard out of the data, and you get to know all those details there. Now let's go ahead and understand Einstein for commerce. Now there is already been a e-commerce session by none other than the Salesforce uncle, Gaurav Khetrapal sir. And with amazing feature, Einstein search recommendation, I hope you might be already familiar with it. You can go ahead and enable it from your search preferences. So common example, we all have done online shopping from Amazon, from Flipkart, where when we are typing something, it gives us recommendation, right? That is more of a personal recommendation, personalized. How it is different from Google? It is different because when I'm searching it, right, it is actually searching based on my history, and it is giving me the those personalized search view, the intent, which is before even I'm typing, based on my history, giving me the products which I might be interested in, right? And that's what Einstein search preferences is really making a big difference. You can actually use it, enable it into your e-commerce portal, and then go for it. What you need for this is you need more than 30 days of your data in your commerce cloud. Isn't it cool, right? Einstein everywhere. We have seen it in marketing, we have seen it in commerce, sales, service, and into the analytics. Well, in the analytics, Einstein data and insights, you need Einstein data insights. Through it, you can analyze your report data, and summarize the key takeaways, comparisons, trends with insightful charts and matrices. So if you have a lightning report already with more than 500 rows, and you have Einstein Analytics Plus license, you can go ahead and use it pretty straightforward, and it's just a point and click. As soon as you have it, you just click on top of it. There is a feature which is available, and you can get all the insights out of it without even any admin configuration here. So this is again a really powerful, and there are so many features which are available into the Einstein Analytics. You might have heard about the Analytics Studios, Sales and Service Analytics, Einstein Discovery, Einstein Prediction Builder itself sits into the Einstein Analytics. Through Einstein Analytics, actually you can see, how strong your prediction is of your Einstein Prediction Builder, Einstein Data Platform, and Einstein Data Insight, which is what we are seeing on the screen, right? Okay, so that comes an end to the tools which are available for the Einstein, which are available for the end user readily. Now let's go ahead and understand the tools which are available for the Einstein for admins. Now we did cover a lot of features like service bots. One of the admin point and click feature I included into the service cloud because it comes, it is actually very handy. Sometimes you don't even have to apply a lot of things there, right? Similarly, a tool which we have, which we all have heard about, might have heard about, if not already, Einstein Prediction Builder. Well, with Einstein Prediction Builder, you guys can actually, get predictions out of anything. When I say anything, it's like any custom object. So for an example, you have you have an appointment object where you are actually, that is a customer, and you're actually capturing how many how many patients or how many appointees are actually coming when their meetings are being set up, right? Whether it is under a healthcare domain, or it is under a sell domain. For an example, if you're selling your old car and you set up a call with your with the one who's selling it, and then he's coming into the to the meeting or not. I don't go much, right? So I would really love to see how I'm being predicted there. So that's all you can do with the Einstein Prediction Builder. An example which I gave previously, where Einstein opportunity scoring was there, right? And it is not there for the person accounts. Einstein Prediction Builder makes a difference there. So any custom object, standard object, you can actually put your Einstein Prediction Builder there, and then try to get the predictions out of it. It is one of the most powerful admin tool available out there, as per me. This is what I feel. And if you have any customer standard object, as I mentioned before, you can choose the records, you can precisely mention the conditions, and then you can go ahead and do that. Let's try to get a hands-on on the Einstein prediction builder. Fine. So let's go ahead and try to set up our Einstein prediction builder. As soon as you are into the org, you can go to setup and search your prediction builder. And in the Einstein platform, you can see Einstein prediction builder available. If you're going and configuring into your org, right, you will be having one prediction available. So you can please go ahead and start using it straight away. It's available for you for free. You can run it on any custom object and then try to see if your the predictions are getting, which are getting out of it is relevant or not, and then you can try to retrain the data again. What better than test, right? Let's give that this time no show prediction. And here we are. So let's go ahead and select reservation. You can find a trail end module. It's nothing that I'm doing a custom. It's similar to a trail end module, right? So I don't want any segment. Let's see the data which we are having here. So we have 1020 data, total records, 400 is a minimum, right? As I mentioned into the PPT, you need data on one object for binary prediction. So there are two type of predictions which I was about to share. For one, you need 400. For both, you need 400 and 400. But in a binary case, you need 100 for a yes and 100 for a false. So 100 for a true, 100 for a no false, right? So let's go ahead and yes. So we will be doing it in yes, right? Now select no field, right? And meet all the criterias. Now let's try to select the status of it, right? And status should be equal to a pick list value, that is upcoming. So we will be actually predicting um, the reservation, right? The reservation which happened for which are not the status of the upcoming. So let me just go ahead. Okay, sorry, I just upcoming. Let me just check the data. Please, condition isn't valid. Oh, sorry. My bad. Actually, I was giving it in a no. Okay, so I can give it a does not equal to, right? If it is a yes, then it is a pick list, and it is a it is does not equal to upcoming, right? Not enough record. Okay, I just gave it here equals to equals upcoming. Okay, so I think I have a minimum record for that issue. Fine. So I think unfortunately we won't be able to go for the next, but why can't I just keep it as an upcoming and then show you how exactly it is done? Equals upcoming. Okay, fine. I guess then we have to skip this one. Let's again, this is, I think, unfortunately I don't have data to go for it, right? So I have to move to the next one. But when you go to the next one, you just have to review all the fields, which all the field you want to use for the predictions. For an example, if there is a field which you do not want to be used into the prediction, right? Means the data when it will be training, right? You don't want that specific data set to be included into that. So what you can do is you can actually remove it from there, and then you just simple uncheck, and then automatically it won't be a part of your training model, and you will get the prediction on any object from there once you rocket it. Now let's go for the Einstein developer tools. Now only one for the Einstein admin. I do think the NBA and Einstein Prediction Builder, there are all these tools are, a lot of details are out there. So if you guys have any questions with respect to any of these, please do let me know. Let's try to get them resolved. And let's go for the Einstein Dev Tool. One of my favorite, I've been working with a dev tool for over a long period of time. I built a custom solution, which I will show it across to you how powerful Einstein Dev Tools can be. So if you want to divide it, we can divide it into two categories: Einstein Vision and Einstein Language. So imagine it is in a way that you have another server, that is Einstein server, and you are working in your own org, and you want to connect, you have your own data into that org. Some data offline, some data into the system, and you basically want to get predictions out of your data. And mostly if you see image detection, image classification, object detection, intent, sentiment, those are mostly the unstructured data, right? Unstructured data set. So what you can do is, based on your own need, you can design your own data set, you can train your own data model, and you can see based on the confusion metrics where exactly you have to make the changes, and you can actually retrain your data model and design a better data model for you, and then use it for the predictions. It sounds a little tricky, but isn't it cool that if you have your own data set, you don't have to, you want to build your own custom solution from the scratch, and that's how you can do it. But from scratch doesn't mean that you have to code everything here. Einstein Dev Tools Now, what is happening right now is you need to connect your org to the Einstein server. But in the future, it will be replaced by one line, that is AI tools.ml services.translate. So if you want to use something, right, if you want to train it, you can just try use that specific, one liner, and then you can replace it. But what you have to do now, I think I've just mentioned 8 to 10 line of code, but it is huge. You need to actually write 3-4 classes to do that, right? And you need to use some configuration also to store your PM key and do use it and do the prediction out of there. But for in the future, this will be also replaced. But don't get afraid to the dev tools. What you can do right now is you can if you want to build it from the scratch, you can go to metamind.readme.io, or you can go to einstein.com. I think Einstein.io is the the website, but yeah, I can give it to you as well. So you can go to that website, and then you can see how from the scratch you can build it. There are trailer modules which will help you, from which with the readily available code, and then you can use it across to help what you are building from the scratch. Thanks to the respective contributor, you can actually get there is a GitHub repository through which you can actually download all the code and then use it into your org as well. And there is an app exchange app which is available for you, so if you want to use it, you can use it from there as well, right? It's like you just have to install into your org, and then you can, and there is an C playground, which is what I will be just showing you across. That is what you can actually use it. If you do not want to go for any configuration or even writing a single piece of code, you can go ahead and then write it, use C playground straight away. Now there are some prerequisites if you want to get to start. You have to go to the api.einstein.ai. You have to sign up with your email, and because it is like a per user per month 2000 transactions. So as long as you go there, you can sign up there with your account, and then you will be getting a key, and then you can download that key, and you have to upload that key into your resources, or you can use curl uh, to make the transaction to the org, through the Salesforce Einstein org, and then you can get a token and reset the token as well. Fine. Now what you have to do is, now though there are certain models which are given by Salesforce, which you do not need to, which you can actually clone. In a way, you can clone it, and then based on your own data, you can actually train it. But there is something which you can actually build from the scratch. So you can create your own data model from the scratch if you have a specific data set, whether it is related to Einstein vision. So for an example, if you want to identify, this is just this is a very common example. So if you want to identify a list of properties, whether they are beach properties or there are mountain properties, right? And from a vision point of view, and if you want to define a routing model, then you can define a certain examples that if user is writing this, then it is a password issue, and you can give 15 to 20 examples of that, of the password issues. So you have an example label, right? And you have how many examples out of it, and then you can use the data set and you can train it, and you will get a model, and then you can use that model ID for the predictions. Pretty straightforward, right? If you will go ahead and then try to use the previous links which I've given, you will get to know that how Einstein Dev Tools. But pretty not much exciting. Why it is not exciting? Because we are not seeing anything in action, right? So I will give next a couple of minutes to see CBOT, to showcase CBOT, which I think was built around 1.5 or like 2 years back, 2.5 years back. So let's just give 3 minutes to this. Meanwhile, let me just go for the questions.
Yes, Sagar, we can't hear you.
Yep, I was just looking into another screen, so I hope you
Okay,
guys
okay.
can see, yeah,
Yeah,
Cbot in action, right?
yep, yep. Sure.
Okay, awesome.
Actually, that's a recorded video by Sagar. It's been 2 years. He built that bot.
Yeah, it's been 2.5 years, right? I just wanted to show that, a lot of things are possible with the dev tools. It's core custom developed into the Lightning. Um, the time Aura was there, LWC was not even into
Existing.
DIs. So it's solely using the utility bar and the Aura, and it was built around 2 years back, right? So you can see that, how technology has gone so far into last 2 years. So what we can do right now, right?
Uh,
So it's not built using the Einstein Service Cloud bot, but it is some more of a used using the intent to make the interaction between the bot and the end user. So the Einstein language model, that is intent, right? You can use that one to train your custom interaction, and whatever data model you're getting, you can use to make sure that the intent, the transactions, the conversation which is happening between the bot and the user is more of a interesting rather than just like what we saw. Oops, something went wrong, right? So that is oops moments are always there with every bot. You can go to any um, even with Siri, right? Or you can try any assistant. There are certain questions where there are oops moments, right? So you can do those exceptional handling as well. You can do try to use those using my using your text, and then try to get specific insights out of it, some cool widgets which you can build and then get it on the go. So imagine this lightning component available on your mobile. You don't have to invest time going for each tab, and then because it's all about saving the number of clicks, saving time into one transaction, investing the time into the another transaction. Why AI is here? Because you do not want to invest your time into understanding the data, making insights out of it, right? You just want straight away insights and then try to make the decisions, because decision is what matters, what drives the sales high, right? Insights what you get, and based on the insights you can make the you can make the best of your decision, and that's what you can actually um, help to make sure that your business is running at really fast and the large scale, right? So I've used a community sentiment, which is available default by Salesforce. This is nothing which I've created. This is a community sentiment model already available. You guys can also give go ahead. Sorry, give it a hit. So you can actually scan. It's just a assumption that what if I just want to scan an image, right? I'm a sales user. I just want to scan an image and I want to see what all opportunities I have into my pipeline. So I can go ahead and I can just upload an image. For an example, it can be an apple. So if I'm selling an apple, just like we discussed into Einstein case classification, right? If I'm selling an apple and I'm talking about watermelon, right? And that's what, if I'm selling an apple, I can just scan that image. And if I did made and sell like 2 years back, if I'm not able to remember, what I can do is I can just scan it. I think it's not an apple. It's more of a pear, right? And that's what you can get insights out of it, right? Fine. With that, I think search opportunity, open opportunity where industry is finance. Now this feature, right, where you actually use the true natural language processing, is available in the beta with Einstein search. So every module use Einstein search, and that is where Salesforce Einstein search is available. So what you can do is you can go ahead over here and uh, click on Einstein search, and then you can enable it from here, and you can use and see the power of Einstein search with natural language processing. It is powered by Einstein himself, not literally, but yeah, the Einstein AI itself, right? And it's truly powerful. I've been using into one of my org, and that I really I I didn't show it you as of now, but it's really powerful, and you can use it you guys can go ahead and give it a hit too as well. With that being said, I think we can we came to a point where I can tell you about Talent Central. Okay, sorry, my bad. Before jumping into Talent Central, a place where you can find a lot of POCs around the Einstein developer tools is C Playground. You can go ahead and see, what all things I've done from my past. You can go ahead and then you can see all the, YouTube videos if, whatever I've been, whatever I've given, and though they are not very good, but you guys might find it useful if you guys are getting started. So this was recently which was created. If you want to create a contact, a lot of videos out there into the Einstein OCR shows you, the a way to actually create a contact, but it doesn't help you to understand what exactly is being done in the background. So Einstein OCR is a part of Einstein Vision, which was recently, available to the, to a, I am not sure if it is in beta or GA. I'm not sure about that, so cannot comment. But it was available, and you guys can use it. So let me just go ahead and try to use it. I did give a session, and here is a contact example. So what happens is, as soon as you upload an image into the Einstein OCR, it makes a API call to the Einstein server, and this is how the API looks, right? And this is how the image which was uploaded looks, right? So, and this is what the response is. So a lot of different videos or details out there you will see about the Einstein OCR, but you won't be able to get the picture out of it, that how exactly Stanford University I can populate and use it as a solution, right? Though it looks good, but here is how you can use it. So you're getting a response where the label is this, and attribute is tag is other, and the probability is this. So you can define that if the probability is over 0.5, or you can define a specific number there, or 0.5 or 0.4, and automatically you can assign it to a value here into the field. So let's see into the prediction label how it is available. So we all know that Stanford University can be an account. So what I did is, here I went into this Stanford University. Category is other, but if you are automating it based on the category, based on the attribute which you are seeing here, right, that is org, you will be seeing only Stanford. But if you're seeing here, it is Stanford University. So it will give you basically a better understanding if you're trying to build a solution with respect to the by using the Einstein OCR. And eventually this will lead to a better solution altogether, right? And this is a fix, this is a fix, this is a phone. So what you can do is you can add it as a phone, and you can as a title here, and you can add a mobile again. So if there is no mobile, you can keep it, or you can actually add fax there, and you can add email ID here, right? And you can add an address. Let's just leave everything, and you just have to create it, right? So it's all a different way, right? It could have been shown into that how it is populated, and you can create an account contact straight away. But if you're getting an insights out of it, that what is the right tag and how we can use it and design the solution, so you can automate a specific process by seeing, by defining what exactly, where exactly the the bounding box, the X and Y dimensions, the specific text is available on your image. And then you can actually try to create any record, not just contact, but if you have a specific another different a lead record which you want to create, right, you can create it out there, right? A lot of different things are also available. So you can go to Einstein Playground API, right? Again, this is something which is available. You can go ahead and use the intent prediction here. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly. Yeah, it is right. So yeah, that was actually sentiment. So you can create your own data model by dataset creation. You can predict one. So we have a community setup which is a pre-built by Salesforce. You can write that this session was pretty good, right? And then you can send it out there. And as soon as you send, it says that it's 94% positive, right? But let's see, but could have been better. Let's see how Einstein tells. Oh, it's still 94%. So Now this actually makes a doubt in your head, right? That what should I do here? It is not making sense for you, right? Because you have a different data structure, different data set into your org. So what you can do is you can take this data model and you can push your own data into it, and then you can retrain it, right? Though I have not done it, but I've seen it being done. So if you guys are interested in doing it and then you want some hands-on, we can connect and then see explore those areas as well. Fine. Now let's go for, okay, now we have Talent Central. So guys, Talent Central is one of the amazing platform, which amazing initiative, and a truly and great platform which we started a couple of months back. Think about it as a Naukri.com, Monster.com, or Indeed.com of India for Salesforce, and only for freshers as of now, only for the students. So if there are students, right, who are working, who are already admin certified, but they are not getting the right opportunity out there. So what they can do is they can go ahead and they can register themselves into the Talent Central and give their right details there and stay updated, because latest the information there is, right, greater the chances you will get into the eyes of the HR. And to the companies who are actually trying to hire the fresh talents, the fresh minds out there from the college, they were big trouble finding it, right, and getting it. So if you have an opening, what will happen is a lot of people will just apply for it. A lot of people won't even they can be from Salesforce, they can be from other backgrounds, but this is purely for Salesforce. So they can log in, they can search for candidate based on their own preferences. So if they want to search for candidate who are available to join Pune before 31st of August, within this salary package, they can actually find a lot of candidate available. And trust me, there are like over half a dozen of HRs actually using and analyzing around 300 students out there. So it's really tremendous. And people who are actually working in some organization, I would request and urge them to connect to their HR and connect them and tell them to use Talent Central. Or you guys can please connect us, me, or the entire team, anyone from the team, to the to your HR, and or you guys, you can take your initiative all together on by yourself. You can tell your HR, try to help him or her, by using Talent Central, get a fresh talent out of it. And trust me, the feeling which you will get, right, because this is purely for from a contribution point of view, built from a contribution point of view, um, out there for a contribution point of view, and actually making a difference from just a social and contribution point of view, right? So it will be a massive game changer, but our just expectation is that it actually helps someone who needs it. And that's what Talent Central is all about. So what you guys can do is you can go ahead and go to Talent Central. Just give me a second. I think I just closed the tab. Yeah, there it is. So you can go ahead and go to Talent Central. This is the link. The link is available here. As soon as you go to that link, you will be seeing here your username and password. You can click on contact us, and then if you are facing any issues, you can actually send it across to us. And if not, you can just go ahead and try to register as a new user. You have to verify your email, and that's it. For HR partner, you just have to register, and you just have to register as an HR partner, verify your details, and you're on. Pretty straightforward, really easy to use, and for you, by us, by the community, for the community, and to help the community. That ends our session, guys. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience, and thank you so much, Sesha, Suresh, Chenna, entire Vijayawada developer group team for giving this opportunity to connect with you all. It's really an opportunity always to directly connect and contribute what I know and know what you know. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Sagar. Thanks for this awesome session with live demos. And there are a few questions in chat window. If you can pick some of them, so it would be very nice.
Yeah, I will take them. So you can go ahead. Yep, parallelly. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I'm just answering them one by one. So
Here you go. A question from this session. How many number of features Salesforce Einstein exist?
yeah, I think most of the questions have been answered, and this is a question in the poll I asked initially.
Yes. 59% goes to 30 plus, 27% 10 plus, 23% of 50 plus. Sagar, can you reveal the answer? Is it 10 plus, 30 plus, 50 plus, or 100 plus?
It's over 100 actually.
Yes, it's over the.
It's somewhere
Usually,
around 100. So it's somewhere around 100, right? There are
yes,
features which comes in with every release, and there are feature which just comes in, pops out of nowhere. Um, for example, in Einstein Sales, right, we have around 14 features, and in the Einstein for Service, there are again 14 features, more than 14, right? I'm just articulating based on what I have list down, right?
but I think it is 50, I think not around 100. Because recently I saw this Einstein cheat sheet where there are features of sales, service, marketing, commerce.
Right, right.
Can
There
we
are
include analytics also? If we include analytics, then that would be 100
yeah.
plus.
Yes, Einstein sits in every cloud, right? It's not just analytics, in not just marketing, right? In marketing, we have B2C, B2B, Pardot, and MC itself, right?
Yes.
So it's somewhere around 50 to 100. Yep.
Then it is 100 plus.
Yep.
If we include the Einstein plus also. I
Okay.
mean analytics. Sagar, coming to prediction builder, I was doing some use cases on prediction builder.
Uh-huh.
Literally, it is it is not giving answers. I mean, the prediction is not happening because there is a new feature added into a prediction builder called intersection, right?
Hmm.
So the
Yep.
intersection is 0 is the maximum. So somewhere else I am getting 5 or 10 or 20 intersection. So that's why I'm not able to predict. Even you face the problems today. So I have to
Yeah,
go through.
actually, I don't have the data, right? I actually thought that I
Mhm.
set up the data, but I didn't set up the data for the demo. So that's actually a sign of the bad speaker and being a good
No,
developer. So yeah, see guys, whichever tool you are using, whether it is Einstein lead scoring, opportunity scoring, which are ready to use, or you are using some custom one, which is a dev tool or prediction builder itself, right? Guys, when we are dealing with predictions, right? We have to think about all the attributes, because prediction is all about identifying the patterns, and you are missing one, you're going out of the way, right? That is the one and the most important one, right? And secondly, of course, it's when EPB is concerned, it's more of a object specific, data set specific, right? So if you have any concerns with respect to that, I think Sesha, we can connect. And you did created an I think multiple prediction builders, right? Predictions,
yes,
right?
yes. Actually, this time I'm doing for my org, I mean for my company.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, it doesn't backfire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully
And also coming to
they will make
Einstein
good
search,
decisions.
or else the decisions from other end will be bad. So also coming to Einstein search, I
Mhm.
find a little bit what can I say? Since it is in beta, I can't judge the feature, but it is not up to the mark regarding the search kind of. Is there any advice from your side or any comments?
Yeah, of course, man. See, every tool, whether it is it's not just the Einstein the Einstein search or Einstein related tools, right? If you have any other tool, it is in beta, it is coming out for you to test it out, right? So first of all, what I would suggest is, irrespective of it is any type of product, you can raise it across to the Trailblazer community team, right? Specifically, I think the product team itself, you can share all
Yes.
those feedback. They are actually looking for those feedback, and if you're having any trouble connecting with them, do let me know. I can connect with you. Connect
Sure,
you
sure.
with them. Okay.
Sure, sure.
A lot of features are not up to the mark, but when they are GA, actually they are up to the mark, right? And even we all know that there is always a room for improvement, right? And
Yes.
every bot is not the best bot because oops moments are always there.
Yes. But I can see AI is the future, right? I mean,
Yeah,
the
there was a
phrase which
recent
I
study.
like the most is AI is future and we are in future. So it really kicks me up and learn about AI and do all this stuff.
Right. Even there was a recent study that by 2025, almost 70% of the business, every business will be using AI this way or that way,
Wow.
right? So imagine the number of opportunities each one of us have if we are into that thing, right? I'm just saying, in terms of professional career point of view, but you can think about from an entrepreneur point of view as well. If you are
Mm.
starting to build your own company and you see a use case out there, and Einstein being, Salesforce being such a great platform for an application, for a CRM application, right? And Einstein being sitting in a heart of it, driving, working as a AI engine, driving so many feature solutions, right? I think it will make a really big impact if you're actually using it for your own business, right?
Yes.
And even if you want to start your own company on Salesforce as a partner, I think all your knowledge with Einstein will also make a difference because your clients will be more focused on the future, and the future is AI, right? And I think it's, if you want to call it right, it's like 360-degree. It's all coming to one pace and sitting the Einstein into the big, in the middle.
Mm. And also it creates wow moments for our clients, right? So how it is happened because they might don't know about the features and they might don't know how these predictions and all these recommendations are happened. But yeah, in a client perspective, it is a really great thing.
Okay, I think I just saw myself on the camera.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with you, man, on this.
And
It's tremendous.
Sagar, Bharat is having a doubt, I think. So he raised the hand. Bharat, you can
Okay,
unmute now.
yeah. So the best practices to deploy into production. So which tool are you planning to deploy, Bharat?
Hi, hi, Sagar, am I audible?
Yep, I
Hello.
can hear you loud and clear. Yep.
Hi. Actually, I was working on the Einstein dashboards, correct,
Uh-huh.
from last 1 month, and still I want to basically I just want to know what is the best practice to work with the Einstein. Like if we are talking about only the production, right? It is best if I'm building a dashboard in my sandboxes
Uh-huh.
and deploying into the production. Is it a best practice, or should I enable the Einstein in my production and create the dashboard manually there?
Correct. So I think I won't be able to answer your question pretty straightforward because
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
your question is more of a Einstein analytics side of it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I cannot give you. I think it was more of a kind of question that should have answered into the previous session. That was the Einstein analytics.
Hey Bharat,
Yeah.
Okay.
sorry to interrupt you, Sagar. So yeah, Bharat. So we have a recording session of last previous week, which was by Abhishek.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely you can go through that. So hopefully it would help you definitely.
Okay. Okay, sure. Actually, this
Tha-
question is coming into my mind because we have a lot of sandboxes. We have 3 or 4 sandboxes. After the proper UAT and testing, the configuration and the development goes into the production. Correct.
okay.
If you guys have more questions, right, which I see right now, you can share it across over the link which I've sent, right? And I will come back to your questions. And I've not made the email mandatory. So what it means is you can be really blunt about your feedback. You can give all the negative and positive aspects of it. And we'll try to make sure that, yeah, we'll try to make sure that it is being
Improve.
taken care next time. Right, Sesha? Sesha, say yes.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Isha is like this, he's like the last, bench student.
Yeah. So let's. I think, guys, thanks for attending and thanks for having us. We had a good technical session, and at the end we had this fun activity. And do attend our Vijayawada HFBC Vijayawada India Developer Group sessions.